Well, it's time for Community Corner, where we're going to highlight stories that teach, inspire, and help us to learn a little bit more about our neighbors here in Metro Atlanta. I'm Ron Jones. First, hundreds of families all across the metro rely on food pantries to keep our loved ones fed. So that's why the Atlanta Community Food Bank just opened up a brand new center in Marietta designed to provide some of that relief. 11 Alive's Karis Belger gives us an inside look.
Well, we just opened last week and we've already served close to 200 households.
Between morning and evening distribution. The staff at this community food center are stacking shelves with canned goods, meat, and more. Atlanta Community Food Bank CEO Kyle Wade says staff gave special thought to who will walk through the door.
We were very intentional in planning this facility and building capabilities in this facility to really meet the needs of the Hispanic community that is densely populated here.
And he says the work is needed now more than ever.
A large population in the immediate area of low and moderate income families who we know are facing lots of economic pressure right now.
And things are ramping up as school starts.
So summer was hard, but now we're into back to school. There's a lot of upfront costs for families as they get back into school. And then as we get into the fall, we've got sports, we've got the holiday season.
As the need grows, Wade hopes the center will help the food bank's partner pantries and the people they serve.
Well, we're working really hard to ensure that this resource is complementary to, not competitive with, our partners.
This food center has limited hours right now, but Kyle says they're hoping to expand those in the coming weeks. In Cobb County, I'm Karis Belger, 11 Alive News.
Class is back in session for several of school districts across Metro Atlanta, including the Atlanta Public School System. Well, this year, APS is now launching a brand new program to help employees with children before those kids are old enough to head to school. 11 Alive's Liza Lucas explains.
It's back to school for Atlanta Public Schools, and that means Janikia Barnes is back behind the wheel, too. A veteran bus driver, Janikia is excited to transport kids on their first day, but it's a comfort knowing her own child is in good hands as well.
He loves his daycare lady. He loves her so much, and he learned his colors, his alphabets.
While Janikia is on her route, 1-year-old Noah is in childcare, and this year she's receiving a little help with that cost, thanks to Atlanta Public Schools' $5 million investment in early learning.
We have worked very hard with our HR team to determine specific groups that this scholarships will partially fund childcare for.
Selena Florence is the district's assistant superintendent of teaching and learning, which is rolling out the new income-based childcare scholarships. Employees can receive up to $208 in childcare assistance per week.
A two-pronged approach there to make sure that we are supporting families and also keeping them here in APS.
When we see families who get these scholarships, it really is taking a weight off of them.
Ellen Cochran is with Quality Care for Children, the nonprofit partnering with the district to bring the subsidies to qualifying district employees at a time when it's not only about the cost, but making sure kids are thriving.
We hear from families all the time about the growing costs of childcare. It's expensive, and it has to be because quality childcare is expensive. And whatever we can do here in Georgia to help alleviate that burden for families, we want to do.
The APS program just launched this summer with 165 scholarships available, an opportunity for which Janikia says she's grateful.
I'm so thankful they did it. It'll help out a lot.
Teachers in the state's second largest school district have a new outlook for a new year, so they're on the path for a significant pay boost. It's all part of Cobb County's plan to retain teachers. As 11 Alive's Jerry Carnes reports, the district's efforts are a big help to these educators in the long run.
We're going to be passing these out.
No one knows back to school better than Stacy King. This third grade special ed teacher switched gears 16 years ago, leaving one career to go back to school to get her teaching degree. Ever since then, she's dreamed of returning to school for a master's degree and the pay boost that would come with it.
It was cost prohibitive, so I would just put it off, and life gets in the way.
She's not putting it off anymore. As she begins another year of teaching at Kemp Elementary School in Cobb County, Stacy King is a student as well, working in the classroom to earn an advanced degree that comes free of charge. charge.
When this opportunity came along, I was like, it's free, so who can pass up free?
In an effort to retain teachers, the Cobb County school system is paying for 500 educators to go back to school at the University of West Georgia. The university is helping by lowering the cost of tuition for Cobb teachers seeking a master's degree. It's a partnership other school systems across Georgia are now emulating with other universities. Stacy King is one of the many educators across the country that have experienced burnout. She says the opportunity to get a free master's is a giant boost.
I can't tell you what that means for my family. I mean, not only will I get more money, I will get more money when I retire because it makes my pension higher.
According to Cobb Schools, a teacher with 5 years experience earns an extra $6,800 a year with a master's degree. The pay boost is $8,700 for teachers with 10 years experience.
The students get teachers with more knowledge, better able to teach them, so I feel like everyone wins.
If all goes according to plan, Stacy King will graduate from the University of West Georgia with a master's degree in special education next fall. It's the same school where she earned her undergraduate degree 37 years ago.
Going to a library is not always an easy thing to do. For some, it would help if the library actually comes to them, right? Well, now that can happen in Cobb County. The Books by Mail service is free for anyone living in the county who is not able to visit the library because of a physical disability, long-term illness, or a lack of transportation. So once you sign up, you could pick up to 4 different items. So that's a combination of books, CDs, or DVDs, and they'll be sent directly to your home. And once you request them, you have 9 weeks to send them back to the library. So if you live in Cobb County, you want to sign up, we have all that information that you need to know about on our website, 11alive.com. AI technology can do a lot of things, and right now it's helping an Atlanta man recover from a really bad fall. His doctors believe artificial intelligence can help other critically injured patients improve mobility. 11 Alive's Teresa Bowles shows us how it works.
For Robert Stahl, the fact that he's able to walk is a miracle.
I fell over a concrete barrier at work and hit the back of my head on the bottom of the concrete barrier next to it. Split the back of my head open.
When he first walked these halls, Stahl described it as feeling like a pinball, bouncing into the walls.
My balance, my vision were affected. My cognitive skills started declining rapidly.
Now, he says AI technology helped him make a speedier recovery.
We can use it in almost any area, like in neurology, orthopedics, family medicine. This can help monitor for fall risks at home. It can also help me on diagnostic aspects.
Here's how it works. Wireless motion sensors capture and stream 3D motion and data and self-calibrate.
A trainer attaches these sensors and it can tell how balanced patients are in seconds.
Jim Travato with Biomech says patients can monitor their progress in real time.
We can measure really any kind of motion, and it's dealing with people that have mainly traumatic brain injuries, or they were injured in some type of an accident.
Eventually, it will be available on cell phones, so patients don't even have to come into the office for results, which is important for patients with different abilities. Plus, Dr. Larry Empting says it won't break the bank.
The regular insurance does cover it. The technology is not that expensive.
For Stahl, it's kind of like a video game. As he heals, he should beat his high score. Stahl encourages others to get the same help because if you can see it, you can believe it.
If you're in physical therapy, you've got to sit there and try and explain what you feel. And then a physical therapist has to try and interpret what you're trying to tell them. The sensors here, you can see that you're getting better.
In Atlanta, Teresa Bowles, 11 Alive News.
When it comes to being smart with your money, one 12-year-old has it all down. He's a young CEO, an author, a business owner, and he's teaching kids about financial literacy. We're talking about Caden Harris. He's putting in a lot of miles in that financial bus. His latest stop, the Russell Innovation Center for Entrepreneurs in Atlanta. He gave out school supplies and taught young kids about ways how to be smart with their money. Caden started learning about finance at 7 years old, and he bought that bus when he was just 10 years old. And he says his parents taught him to chase his dreams young.
You can never be too young to do certain things, and a lot of people think what I do is out of the ordinary, but it should be very uncommon for people to it should be very common for people to do this.
That's a very smart young man. By the way, Caden has visited dozens of schools all across our great state of Georgia, inspiring kids to learn how to make smart money choices. And he hopes it's going to help families build generational wealth.